Nej, så noget lort. Fuck, man. Oh, God fucking. That did not go well. Oh, shit. Yeah, so thank you for making it this far into the video. It was a little bit of a long one and it'll actually continue to be so. So the rules are, of course, that you can skip if you don't want to see anymore. You saw it in the good light, the TD4, and you saw it out in the wasteland running. So, but if you do choose to stay, then grab yourself a coffee and sit back, because this is going to be a bit of a ramble. Here we have it. So let's start with my story with the Hirobo Alien Mid, which is an old boogie from the 80s, 90s. It's a four-wheel drive mid-motor boogie, just like the TD4. I saw someone posted photos of it and I was immediately sold. I thought, oh my goodness, that looks cool. I want to make one. I knew that I wouldn't be able to get the actual boogie. It would be difficult and expensive. So I figured, okay, I'll fake it. I found out that I could get the body reproduction body shell from Teambluegroove in Canada. So I went and ordered that. It sat on the shelf for maybe a couple of years. And in the meanwhile, something else happened. The TD4 happened. When Tamiya teased it, the teaser video was really amazing. And I said to myself and to everybody else, I'm gonna buy one immediately. I didn't. There were two problems. First of all, the body was not very pretty. And second of all, it was not very cheap either. A little bit forward, then I sort of figure out that maybe it might be a good chassis for the Alien. And I happened to find it marked down 100 euros cheaper than what they usually demand for it. So I thought, okay, the price is probably right now. Let's go. I sort of got everything ready, and the day after New Year of 2024, I got started and I started building this boogie. I didn't have a very good time. I renamed the manual. I named it the Pedante because it was definitely pedantic, and I went and marked in the manual with a red pen where I thought that they had made mistakes, because obviously I am so much wiser than the designers of the Tamiya. But there were definitely some things that were stupid. And I went and marked that. I thought it was a tedious and pedantic process to build this boogie. I see what happened. They were hyped. All the people who got it in the beginning, they were like, okay, this is when it's first released. They were happy about it. I get it a few years later, and then the hype had sort of died down. And then I can sort of see it for what it is. It's overcomplicated. However, what happened was it actually drives very well. So let's get to that part in a moment. Let's just have a look at the body shell. Looks good on video, and especially out in the dirt from a distance. But I had a really hard time with that also. And that's not Tamiya's fault, that's my fault. So yeah, I mixed my own paint. I didn't hit the color that I was aiming for, but I sort of like this, and I like the neon and everything. So when I had finally managed to paint it, which was difficult, I reinforced it because of the body fitment and all of that. Yeah, I ran out of glue, the one that I know. Then I used one that I don't know, and it just dissolved the paint and went all bad. So you may have seen that I've actually been out and painted from the outside also. But anyway, so it certainly looks good out in the dirt, and it drives like a dream. The TD4 sort of redeemed itself a little bit. I had it for one run on a track and it did absolutely horribly, and that's why some parts are broken. But now I had it out, it drove like a dream. When I jump, it sort of stays with the nose down, and look at that. It sort of gives you even more of that alien sort of look when you tilt it a little bit. That looks cool. Unfortunately, it went into the ditch also, and I was in a hurry to get it out of the ditch, and I was lucky enough to not damage any electronics in the wet, but it got dirty. And when I got home, I washed it with water. And after I had washed it with water, I was impatient. I switched it on, and then the radio system, the receiver, got damaged. I gotta say, part of why it drives so well is this little radio here from Dumbo, and it just feels so good. I'm really actually quite pleased with this. So yeah, regarding the internals, yeah, I had to do a few repairs, but then regarding the internals, I needed to move things around to make them sort of work the way that Tamiya had done it, with barely bolting on the servo. Then they tell us you have to use a low profile servo. No, you don't. You just lay it down. It works okay. Battery doesn't have to be like that. It can be like this. Electronic speed controller, a steering linkage. It works all right. So enough about the little TD4. What else do I have coming? I have summer coming. Not quite yet. It's still winter. It's post-winter. It's not even spring yet. I think this year might be a little bit dominated in the 14th scale realm. This is the Ishin. I also got a couple of LC Racing, the HPX, and a few others going on. There's a, ties into the next thing I want to talk about. There's something called the Arma Typhon Grom, which is also a 14th scale, which is very promising. I have on pre-order. And I did become a little bit happy with this brand, with Arma. This is the Typhon. This is the 8th scale boogie, which I have to admit I like quite a lot. I had it out. The footage wasn't very good, but the boogie, oh yeah, that's. So I'm just looking forward to some good days and get me a recording of that and see if I can get a video out with that also. Speaking of video ambitions, we're still in the 8th scale realm of things. This is a X-Ray XB8. It smells awful, and that's because it's a former nitro boogie, race boogie. It still has a fuel tank. It doesn't have the engine, and it never will have an engine again, because I dream of making this into an electric, just by buying a motor mount and a battery tray and sort of like rearrange a few things. But that's the ambition. The ambition is to make a video with it and make it like, try to make it a little bit watchable, a little bit more high end. No standing in front of the camera with a boogie. More like sort of like panning shots up close, and maybe some nice tunes and stuff like that. Oh, let's see if we can pull that off. Give it a restoration and see how that pans out. Probably towards the end of the summer, maybe the autumn or winter. I hope to get to this. So I think that was enough of a talk for now. Thanks for watching.